E3 is right around the corner, so for the days leading up to this exciting annual event, I'm going to be breaking down my thoughts, predictions, and pie-in-the-sky dreams for what to expect from E3 2019. Following these videos, I'll be doing live coverage of the event over at twitch.tv/ronspies, so head over there and give me a follow if you want to see my reactions live. I'm also going to be filling time between the conferences by playing games like Apex Legends, Battlefield 5, Gran Turismo Sport, and more to make sure the conversation doesn't stop. At least, that's the plan. Things could go terribly wrong and fall apart and, throw me a follow anyway, and things will probably happen. And now, here are my predictions for Square Enix and Nintendo. Square Enix. Square Enix had a show last year, for better or worse, so I don't think there's a lot of hope for a well-paced presentation with lots of exciting stuff. Regardless of pacing and presentation, the content itself will be incredibly exciting. Dragon Quest XI. There's already been quite the presentation for Dragon Quest XI for Switch, so there's not a lot to dissect here. However, there will still probably be a new trailer to remind everyone that it exists. Kingdom Hearts. It's already been confirmed that Kingdom Hearts 3 will get DLC, so I think we'll see that here. I think a shadow drop would be cool, but if Kingdom Hearts 3 has taught us anything, it's that Square Enix likes to take their time. But while we're on the topic of Kingdom Hearts, let's get a little wild. Why not put the 1.5 plus 2.5 collection on Switch? Final Fantasy. PlayStation showed us our first look at Final Fantasy VII Remake in a long time, with a tease that more would come in June. And guess what? It's June. I'm not sure what to expect from this presentation. Is it just a new trailer? Is it a gameplay demo? Will we see a release date? If so, when? I have no idea what to expect. And that's the exciting part. Avengers. From recent leaks, we already know that it's co-op, that it's an action game, that it has a cinematic story, and that it has customizable abilities. What we don't know are the characters. Will we be assuming the role of Marvel heroes like Iron Man, Captain America, or Thor? Or will we be able to create our own hero? I can't wait. I'm guessing we're getting a full reveal, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's just a simple trailer. I'm also guessing it's going to release some vague time in 2020. NieR Automata came out in 2017 after being announced with nearly nothing in 2015, so I don't think it's unreasonable that Platinum had a 2 or 3 year development cycle for NieR Automata. However, Platinum seems like it's stretched pretty thin right now between Astral Chain, Babylon's Fall, and Bayonetta 3. Despite being seemingly overwhelmed with projects, Platinum always manages to find a way to surprise us with a new game despite all the odds. Yoko Taro and his team have already expressed that they're open to more NieR games, so I don't think a sequel to 2017's surprise cult hit is unlikely. Oh yeah, and while we're on the topic of Platinum, Babylon's Fall. I'm assuming we're finally going to see what it is. It's supposedly out this year too. Something strange. Look, The Quiet Man is bad. But you know what else? It's also weird. I think there's a possibility we could see something akin to that this year. Something strange, something unexpected, but hopefully less awful. Next up is Nintendo, but before I get into it, I just want to say that Nintendo is strange. Nintendo can drop some huge surprises that can either have you jumping for joy or scratching your head in confusion. So my predictions and thoughts will be a combination of what I would love to happen, but also what I think will happen in all likelihood. Nintendo, Animal Crossing. This is going to be their big one, akin to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate last year. There are a lot of details to cover and a lot of people dying to hear more. So considering its 2019 release window, I think it's safe to say they'll talk about it at length. All I really want is Animal Crossing but on Switch, so anything beyond that is exciting to me. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I'm predicting at least one DLC character announcement. I'm thinking Banjo-Kazooie. Nintendo and Xbox have been slowly teaming up, and if there's one guest character from Xbox's catalog that'd be right at home in Smash, it's Banjo. This prediction is also helped by a recent merch provider basically leaking a new model of Banjo set to appear in a new game. Could that new game be Smash? Or maybe his own adventure? Daemon X Machina. One last trailer ahead of its release. Super Mario Maker 2. One last trailer ahead of its release. Fire Emblem, Three Houses. One less trailer ahead of its release. Metroid. We're definitely not going to be seeing Metroid Prime 4 anytime soon, but if the long-rumored Metroid Prime trilogy for Switch is as ready as the rumors say, I could see an official announcement at Nintendo's E3 Direct. Third-party studios. I imagine we'll get lots of trailers and looks at ports of third-party games from Bethesda, Square Enix, Ubisoft, and more. More specifically, we still don't know what's going on with the Switch port of the Spyro Reignited trilogy, so hopefully we get news about that. The Switch is also a great indie machine, so I'll imagine we'll get a few announcements of previously PC-exclusive games and maybe a shadow drop here and there. Retro studios. It's basically impossible to predict what Nintendo will announce if we don't have at least a little pre-existing knowledge. That being said, however, Retro Studios must have been close to finishing what they were working on since Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze before taking on Metroid Prime 4. So we'll probably see that unless it was cancelled. Mother 3. Fuck it, it's time. Shadow drop that sucker. GameCube. There is zero reference or credibility to this prediction. It is purely 100% a dream of mine. To be able to play games like Smash Bros. Melee, Luigi's Mansion, Mario Sunshine, Wind Waker, and more on the go would be an incredible experience that I would gladly fork over an unhealthy amount of money for. The Legend of Zelda. Now, there's one thing that could be really spicy. Breath of the Wild came out over 2 years ago. Maybe it's time. Time for a new mainline Zelda game. And you know what? You know what Majora's Mask is to Ocarina of Time? I'd take something like that in a heartbeat. Similar gameplay concepts, but with all new environments, an all new story, and new design elements that takes in all of the criticisms of Breath of the Wild. However, that's assuming they aren't going just as hard on a new Zelda as they did for Breath of the Wild. In that case, we probably won't see it for a long time. There's also the upcoming Link's Awakening remake, so considering its 2019 release window, we'll probably get a defined date for that. As for a simple dream of mine, please put Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD on Switch. I know you can do it, Nintendo. And with that, that's it for my E3 breakdown and predictions. I hope you tune into my Twitch livestream to catch my live commentary and reactions to each of the conferences. E3 is an incredibly important time to me, so I want to cover it in a big way. So please, tune in. Thanks for watching and enjoy the show.